Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Tales of the International Students. My name is Bernadine, and on this channel I use my experiences as an international student to help other international students and other prospective international students to thrive and enjoy their journey here in the United States. Once again, you are all welcome. To my amazing returners, first of all, I want to say a big thank you for your support, especially Facebook. I want to give shout outs to my supporters on Facebook. I really appreciate your support. And if you have sent me a friend request on Facebook and I have not responded yet, please, I will do so. Okay. Thank you so much for coming back, and thank you so much for liking and for sharing my videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And if you're a first timer here, I say a very big welcome to you. On this channel, I use fun, I use entertainment, and I use education to help other international students and other prospective international students to enjoy their stay, to grow through their journey here in the United States. So once again, I welcome you all to Tales of the International Students. Like I said in my previous video, this season I'm starting a series on a step-by-step guide that will help all international students and prospective international students actually who wants to apply to graduate schools in the United States. So this series I aim to be making very short videos, very short and accurate videos, so that anybody who chances on them will understand what we are doing. And if you are here and you are not seeing this video for the very first time, I want to believe that you haven't watched the previous video. That is part one of the series on the step-by-step guide to a successful graduate school application in the United States. So if you are watching this one, no problem. Go ahead and watch it. But I want you to go and watch the part one of the video because this is part two. Okay, I am going to go ahead and link the description of the first the part one of the video in the description. I mean the link in the description box below. Okay, so once again, you are all welcome. I am happy to have you all. And so without talking too much, I want to delve right into today's episode. So once again, you are all welcome. This is Tales of the International Students. So in part one, I gave up to a point of the guide. So I'm just going to give a recap of all that I said in part one before I talk about the next step for this part two video. Okay. In part one, I made it clear that if you decide or when you decide that you want to apply to graduate school in the United States, your first step is not for you to go on Google to look for scholarships, because first of all, there is no scholarship on Google. There is no, let nobody deceive you that there's scholarship on Google. There is not even one single scholarship on Google. I am not here to talk about scholarships. I will do a full video on scholarships as we progress in this season. Okay. Now, I said your first step is not to look for scholarship. However, your first step is to go on Google and look for schools that how do you call it, offer the programs you are interested in. So if you are interested in mathematics, you have to go on Google and search graduate schools in the United States that offer PhD or masters in mathematics. If yours is pharmacy, you search schools in the United States that offer masters or PhD in pharmacy. If it's higher education, you say the same thing. Schools in the United States that offer PhD or masters, depending on what you are looking to apply for in higher education. Now, this is the first step. Once you get this, once you do this, Google is going to give you a list of schools. Sometimes you might get 100, sometimes you might get 50 schools. Sometimes you might even get more depending on the program you are searching for. Now, we are not going to work with all these schools. You are going to sieve it down. So how do you sieve it down? I made you aware that take your time, read, just randomly choose about 10 schools or 8 schools, just randomly, because you don't even have a specific school. So just randomly pick it, because I want to believe that whatever Google gave you is what you are looking for. So just randomly choose any school. And once you are done, if you choose about 10 schools, take your time and read about all the schools, go to their department, read about the culture of the department, know about the professors, know everything you want to know about the school, and ask yourself, is it what you really want? If this is what you want, then you choose the school. And mind you, out of the 10 or the 8 schools you randomly picked, there's no way we are going to work with all those schools. That is a lot of schools. So whilst you're reading about the schools, you are taking your time and writing down the ones that you would like to apply to. Once you are done with this, you realize that you will come down to about 5 or 4 schools. Now, these are the schools we are going to work with. So this is where I got to in the part 1 of the video. And so I am coming to continue from there. So once again, welcome to Tales of the International Students. If you have not subscribed yet, if you are watching me and you have not subscribed yet, please, 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 please click on the subscription button, like, share, and so that the next time I upload videos, you'll be one of the amazing people to see it first. Please subscribe. Thank you. So now we are down with about 5 schools. Make sure the schools you downsize should not be less than 5, and you will know why later in this video. At least read and downsize all the selections to about 6 or 5 schools at this point where we have gotten to. Okay, so the next step from here is that you are now going to reach out to the individual departments of these 6 or 5 schools, these schools that you have downsized your choice to. Okay, so somebody asked me, how do I get the contact of the department? Now, when you go on the school's website and you go to the department's website, just scroll down. Most of them is down, like down on the web page of the department. You will see the contact person. Usually they provide the email address, the name, and the phone number of whoever is in charge of that year's admission process. Okay, if you are in Africa, I always advise, if you're in Africa, that make sure you don't deal with the phone number. Why am I saying that? Because of time differences, you might want to call at a particular time and the person might not even be available. But one thing I know, that in the United States, no email goes unanswered. So take the email address and email and reach out to the person. Now, let me tell you something. Once you get hold of this email address, this is the email address you will be dealing with throughout your application process. Unless of course they give you a different email address to reach out to for a different reason. But the email address they put there for that academic year's admission process, that is the email address you will be using. So if you have any question, don't ask your friends. If you're applying to a school and you have any question about the school, don't ask your friends. Take that email address and ask them. I have gotten to this point of my application. I don't know what next to do. Ask them. They will tell you. The tiniest thing, ask them. Go on that email address and ask them. Stop asking people who have not applied to the school you are trying to apply to. It doesn't work that way. Okay? So when you pick the email addresses of all these 6 schools you have downsized your selection to, you are going to send them an email. And that email is what I'm coming to tell you about today. You are going to send them all an email. When you downsize it to 6 or 5, don't start your application until you send this email and until you get a response from them. If you have watched up to this point and you have still not subscribed, I want to urge you to kindly subscribe, like, and share this video. So, back to the email. You are going to send this email to all the schools, the 6 or the 5, even if you have 10, depending on what number you have, you're going to send an email to all of them. And this is where you are going to ask them whether they have funding for you or not. So we are at your favorite spot We are at your favorite spot, right? All you want to know is about funding. How do I get scholarship? How do I get funded? We are here now. We are here now. So this is the point where you ask the department if they have funding for you or not. So you see why I tell you there's no funding on Google, because Google doesn't know if the department has funding or not. The only people who know whether they have funding for you or not is the department. So it's time. It's time to send the email for the funding. Now, this is how the email should go. I'm coming to read it out. I'm coming to read out my email, what I sent. So when you're listening to me, all you need to do is to just edit the point where necessary. Okay. So I'm coming to speak. I'm coming to read out my email that I sent to the schools. Good day. I hope this email finds you well. My name is Bernardine and I am a Ghanaian. I am looking to apply for Masters in Higher Education in your department for the 2024-2025 academic year. I would like to know if there is funding for those who will be admitted for this program in this academic year. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you and best regards. Signed, Bernardine Alala. Ding! Very easy. I think it's 2 or 3 sentences. You don't write a paragraph. It's very short. Let me repeat it. Maybe I might say things differently, but it will still be the same thing. Hello. I hope this email finds you well. My name is Bernardine and I am a Ghanaian. I would like to apply for PhD in higher education in your department for the 2024-2025 academic year. Before I start my application, I would like to know if there is funding for those who will be admitted to this program. Thank you and best regards. Yours sincerely, Bernardine Alala. Ding! Very easy. Very easy and very simple. Don't write a whole paragraph or don't write a whole thesis just asking for scholarship. Because, mind you, the application season is a busy season in every department, and every coordinator is busy. So if you are going to ask for funding and you're going to write a whole chapter or a whole paragraph or a book just to ask for funding, nobody has time to read it, because you are not even an applicant. You haven't even started your application at this point. So nobody will have time to be reading an email, like a whole chapter of email from you just because you want funding. Very short. 2 lines, 3 lines. You can just go by what I said and just edit it to suit your email. Very easy. And then you send. At this point, you might have already you might be working with 6 schools, 10 schools, or 5 schools. The more, the better. And I'll tell you why. You send this email to all this, this email to all these addresses you find on the individual websites, and then you wait for a response. And mind you, because it is application season, and that whoever you are sending that email to, that is, if you got the right email, that person is definitely the coordinator of the application process. That person will respond to you at least within 2 to 5 business days. I expect them to respond to you. If they don't, you can send them a reminder after a week. But trust me, they will definitely respond to you. If only the person is available in the office, they will respond to you within 2 to 5 business days. So we are coming to talk about, or I am coming to share some of the responses you are likely to get. If you have watched me up to this point, thank you for staying with me. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share. Okay? Let's go on. Whilst you have sent all these emails out, I'm coming to give you three possible responses that you are likely to get from these departments. The first one could be, "Hello, Bernardine. Nice to hear from you. Thank you for your desire to apply to our department. We would like you to know that, yes, there will be funding available to anybody who will be admitted to this program for the 2024-2025 academic year. So you can go ahead and start your application." Yeah, bingo. That is what you want to hear, right? Once you get this, you tick. Then you can start your application because they have assured you that anyone who is admitted to this program, there is funding for them. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and start your application. Two, the second response you are likely to get is, "Hello, Bernardine. Nice to hear from you. Thank you for your interest in applying to our department. However, we would like you to know that for this academic year 2024-2025, the department has no funding for anybody who will be admitted. We hope you find funding somewhere, or if you have further questions, please don't hesitate to let us know. Thank you." This definitely is not the response you want to hear from them. So you cancel that school out, unless, of course, you are ready to pay your own school fees. But if you're not ready to pay your own school fees and you want funding, definitely just cancel out this school out of the schools you have. So you are no longer going to work with this school. Three, the third response you are likely to get from these departments is, "Hello, Bernardine. Thank you for reaching out to us. We are very happy to know that you are interested in applying to our program for the 2024-2025 academic year. We would like you to know that there's partial scholarship available to anybody who will be admitted to this program. It is the desire of the department to also find additional scholarships from other sources for anybody who might need a full scholarship for this program. Hope this helps you. Thank you." Now, this is the third response. At this point, it's 50-50. They have told you what they can give you. They have told you they can give you 50% or partial. Partial should be 50%. They have also promised you that it is their desire to get the rest of the scholarship for people who need full scholarships from other departments. So now you will decide, do I still want to go with these people, or should I rule them out? I can't decide for you. You know your financial strength, so you will decide for yourself. However, before you decide to go with this third response, before you decide to go with a school that gave you this third response, let me tell you something about the schools with this third response. What this means is that, of course, they said they don't have full scholarship for you. They'll get from other sources. Now, let me be honest with you. This department can only try their best to get scholarship or additional scholarship from other sources for you. It is not a guarantee that they are going to get these scholarships for you, because they are just going to try their best. So if you go with these schools, what it means is that when you are admitted and you get the partial scholarship from the department, you will now be on the edge because you don't know if they are going to get the other 50% for you or not. And if they don't get it for you, mind you, they only told you that they are going to try. So if they don't get it for you, you either have to pay the rest of your school fees, or you just have to defer the program, or you just have to, reject the admission. So that is what this third school, that is what the email from this third school means. And now, if I were you, I will ignore the schools with the second email and the school with the third email, and deal with only schools that gave me a response, the first response. So you now understand why I said sieve your schools down to not less than 6 or 5. Because based on these emails, you will start ruling out schools. And I don't want you to be left with nothing or one. So email as many schools that you want. You can email 20 schools. You can email 15 schools. And then you can sieve it down based on their responses to you about funding. You can now sieve it down to 3. And now we are going to start applying to the 3 schools that we finally have. Yes, do not apply to just one school. Make sure you apply to not less than 3 schools. You can do 2, but certainly not 1. And I will share this in the next episode. That will be the part 3 of the series. If you have watched me up to this point, I want to say thank you for staying with me, first of all. And I want I want to believe that you have learned something today. And this makes sense. If you have any question, please leave it in the comment section so that when I answer to you, I might just end up answering 100 more people. Okay, so leave any question here. If I said something that is not clear, please ask me in the comment section below. Or if there's any question, or if there's something that you're expecting me to say and I didn't say it, please ask me in the comment section below. I promise you, I am here to help and I would definitely answer you. Okay. So if you have watched me up to this point, I want to say a very big thank you to you. And you have still not subscribed, you want to subscribe, like, and share this video to help the next prospective international student who would like to be in the United States, maybe this year or next year. Thank you for staying with me, and watch out for part 3 next week. And if you have also not started your process, please kindly start. If you are looking to be in the United States next fall, maybe this year is too late, but then if you want to be here in 2026 fall or spring, please go listen to the part 1 and start your application process now. Okay, go with the flow, and I promise you, by the time we are done with this series, something good would definitely come out of it. And thank you. I don't know what else to say, but I'm happy you are here with me, and I'm happy to help you. So thank you. It is Tuesday. I'm doing this video on a Tuesday, and so I would like to wish you a wonderful rest of your week. Take time to have fun. Take time to enjoy life. In all that you do, please stay kind. Thank you.